Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. Welcome to Japan for round 9 of 7th Gear Racing here at the Suzuka International Racing Course. Everyone's favourite track. Yes, we're in for a good one tonight. Looks like we've got a dry quali to start things off. Just bear with me a second because the Twitch thing has messed up. I just need to... done. Right then, not out on track yet. Looks like no one's venturing out just yet, so while we wait, we will sort this out. We're good to go. So of course, if you're wondering, we are of course streaming tonight rather than tomorrow, because obviously the England game's on tomorrow, so I don't think we'd get many people racing. So yeah, we've changed the day to today. There we go, our first car, the AlphaTauri. Oh, they're all coming out of that. 4 cars out the track. Right then, so, center resters, everyone's lovely, aren't they? So can I, there we go. I was getting a bit worried, then I thought we were going to have the T-cam footage. So it's the first time that we've been here at Japan, 7GR. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys get on tonight. It's not as overtake friendly as Spa, but there's a good number of overtaking spots. You've got the DRS zone. This is the first corner. You've got possible passes into the hairpin in turns 10 and 11 if you're brave. Of course, we might see a few moves around Spoon Curve. Of course, you've got the lovely 130R. It'll be interesting to see if we get any people going side by side through there. And of course, the final chicane, the Casino Triangle, as it's known as. So yeah, a few overtaking spots. As we see Gorgoniak start his first lap. We'll just have a quick ride for him through the S section. See how committed he is on his first lap. The downshift back up into 6th. Down into 5th. Back into 6th. Willy lift. Oh, a little bit out of shape there. That's going to catch out a few people tonight, isn't it? Suzuka notorious for it's very much a driver's track, this is. I think that's why so many people love it. I include myself in that. We'll see what kind of laps the benchmarks will be. Of course, we don't really have a benchmark for, as I said, we haven't been here yet, so we don't really know what times to expect. Of course, we'll know Thomas and Fira will be up there. Of course, after last week, with Epic Shotgun taking that surprise victory, we've now got 6 winners from our first 8 races. So, yeah. Hopefully maybe we can get a 7th different winner tonight. Or maybe one of Thomas or Fury will make it be the first person to add 3 wins. So then, Gorniak exits the last corner. There is a yellow flag as someone looks like they've gone wide. Through the S's in sector 1. Gorniak, 126.8. He's not too far off the top. There's Rapia 126.578, decent that time there. We'll see how it shapes up. Everyone's quite close so far. I say that, as I say that, Fitzy's gone over a second behind. But they go top 6 so far, separated by just over half a second. got Podgy Porter out. Just while we're here, obviously a bit of admin. Got a couple of, obviously, people coming tonight. We've got Robbo. No, he's not making his debut. I thought he was, but he's not here. Classic. Right then. So we have Patrick didn't turn up either. So we've got Dan Cook in the AlphaTauri, we've got Podgy Porter in Racing Point, and we've got Paul in the Williams. So yeah, Paul looking to capitalise on his almost. He almost got a podium last week, didn't he? Let's have a look, see how Jake goes down to the forefront in that corner. Bite. No lift either, so very committed through there. How about elite risk? Oh, and that's a bit of lag. He's definitely very laggy. Bit of twitch. Yeah. And Thomas on his out lap now. As Fury Knights actually couldn't. I didn't see that. He didn't. He set his lap and he couldn't beat Rapia. So he's 2 tenths off the pace. So he won't be happy with that. And he got Pro Gamer there in 4th. One of the 6 winners we've had so far this season. Yeah, looking good for the race. Obviously we have a lot of different podium pieces. You've got Legendary, he's the only person with 5 podiums to his name. And of course the most important stat is that Thomas, Mr. Ariel Thomas, Mr. Virtual Lewis Hamilton himself, has not won in 4 races. Now that is a dry spell, that is. We'll see if he can rectify that tonight. That seems to be more concentrating on talking than actually people out on laps. Elite risk, what can he do? He is invalidated, so he's going a bit slow. Where is Thomas? He is there. How's he doing? He's just going through sector 1 now, through turn 1. Let's see how committed Thomas is, shall we, for these S's. Let's see what he does on his first real run. Playing between the 6th and the 5th. He goes into the 4th as well. Let's get an extra bit of bite. Will he lift? Oh yeah, look at that, Thomas. Oh dear, that's not going to help him. Then he will have bought that lap. So, slow start for Thomas. What about Dan Cook then? What does he do? A little lift, but he makes that corner nicely. How about Jake? How's Jake doing on his lap? Says he's 2.5 seconds down because he's on an in lap. Right then, so we've still got Rapia up there in 1st place, who's actually, look at that, Legendary is 2nd with a exact same lap time. They both set 26.578. Well, I don't think I've seen that so far yet in this league. So yeah. All very good, all very close. Look, top 6 separated by 3 tenths. So hopefully this will be a good omen for the race, as Oriel Paul has gone out on the mediums. I wonder if he's just going out, putting the banker in, and then he'll set a lap on the softs at the end. Oh dear me, and that is unfortunate. A waste of a set of mediums there for Paul as the F section catches out someone else. How about Alec? How's he doing as he comes round the final corner? What kind of lap time will he set? It was on pole last week, of course. He does a 1:26.4, and he goes on provisional pole. Great lap from Alex. Of course, pole didn't happen last week after all those shenanigans we saw. Couldn't keep up last week, did I? There was so much going on. So Rapia is out for a 2nd lap. Got a lot of traffic. Let's watch this section. The S section, shall we? See that stays in 6th this time, and this time he does go down to 4th. Flat out or a lift? Oh, tiny whiny one, but very committed from Rapia. He's a 10th up, which will put him. Oh, and he's invalidated. Cyan Kelp is really easy to do around here. And Fury Knights, as he comes around the spoon. Let's see what Fury can do. through the 130R. And he's getting blocked, and Dan Cook has just blocked him in on his fast lap, and that has ruined Fury's lap. So it's very poor driving from Dan Cook, and he doesn't improve, and that is that's a bit naughty from Dan Cook. I think the stewards will be looking at that one for sure. Yeah, not good to see, as Epic Shotgun is up by just under a tenth. Let's see what he can do. What can Epic do? He moves up to 5th place, improving by just under 2 tenths. As Pro Gamer, look at that. He's set a blistering lap at 26.1 to go almost 3 tenths clear of 2nd place, and his teammate Addict in 2nd place. Phil's shaping up quite nicely now, as we predicted. Obviously, Paul hit the wall on his first lap, so we'll see what he can do on these softs. Elite Risk still, because he invalidated his first lap. Let's see if he can put in a competitive time. Just over 5 minutes remaining of this qualifying session. And he goes 6th with a 1:26.6. Decent lap there, which moves ahead of Fury. Fury, of course, who was blocked, then he'll have to go again. He won't want to start there in the 7th. And Thomas, of course, he had a poor lap, so he will he get one more lap in after this, or will this be Thomas's one and only? Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can find the form that he seems to have lost. As he approaches the 130R, as I'm sure you will see now, it will be nice and flat out. Ooh, we're on the grass there, that'll cost him a couple of hundreds. Now into the Casino Triangle. Strange name. So then, he gets to the last corner. What kind of lap will he set? Oh, 26.6! Half a second off the pace there for Thomas. That is disappointing to say the least. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make his way up the field. Have we got anyone else out on the track apart from maybe Paul? Everyone else seems to be in the pit at the moment. We're just over 4 laps, 4 minutes to go. As Paul, the hairpin, our track guide, it's called hairpin. Excellent. Right then. Let's see what goes on. 2 wheels in the grass there from Paul. Almost extended the track there. Spoon, another corner that you can very easily invalidate your lap around here. Expect to see a lot of penalties in the race. Let's see how committed Paul is. Look at that, minimal turn. Let's see him come through this last chicane. 3rd gear, will he go into 2nd? No, he keeps it in 3rd gear. The bump's gone now, so you can be a bit more friendly on the throttle at the last corner. 27 seconds, which moves him into 13th position. So at the moment, look, we haven't got much track action at the moment. Just seen a Renault come out of the pits. With Fitz. He'll want to do a better time than 12th. So then, very exciting. 3 minutes to go. Thomas will. Why? It'll be touch and go when Thomas gets out, but I think he should be okay. You know, as long as he's out as long as he can get out within the next minute, it's fine. Having said that, when you're a spectator, the time doesn't necessarily mean it's actually 2.5 minutes to go. There's probably 3 minutes to go. As we've got Kegoni out on that lap, as well as Fitz. Paul is still out there on his in lap. And Finlay looks like he is on a fast one, so we'll follow him for now. As he approaches Spoon. Let's see how he does. Hugging that curb. Take all the exit he can. He stays off the curb. Accelerates all the way up into 8th gear. Almost 200 miles an hour. He goes flat. He goes for the flat 130R. Coming to the final chicane. Oh, that's very nearly a cut. He got away with that one. He exits the final corner. Bit of grass there. 127.6, so he stays in 13th position. I think he moves up actually. I think he was behind Paul, wasn't he? Jake down there in 15th. That'll be disappointing for him. Podgy Porter, who's just started the lap. Oh, look how that looked very wiggly. Look at that. He's got so much oversteer. That can't be nice to handle. Let's have a look if he goes around here. Yeah, you can tell he's fevering on the throttle. I don't think he's very confident at the moment in this car as he comes up to the hairpin. Everyone's favourite hairpin. Car seems to have calmed down now. Let's come up this one. Let's see how the car behaves with the spoon curve, shall we? You can see him correcting that steering wheel. Still getting a lot of oversteer. Looks very uneasy. Looks horrible to try that. But this is equal cars as well, don't forget. So everyone has equal equipment. Looking at each one on VRS really quickly there. Look at that, top 9 all out on outlaps. So what can Podgy Porter do? This will be his final lap unless he's got enough fuel for a second run. That 16th, he improves by 7 tenths, but he's still down there in 16th position. So he's gone for another run, but it looks like he's down on his time. He is, I'm not really sure why he's stayed out. Right then, Addict has started his final lap. Let's see what he can do. He'll be the first of the front runners, unless Fury's up the road a little bit more. So 29. So yeah, Fury will be the first to finish the lap. Let's see what he can do. He's got to find 6 tenths to be anywhere near that front row. Currently behind Thomas. Down to 9th now. Let's see how planted Fury's car is compared to Podgy Porter. Look at that. No sign of any tail wagging there. Nicely done. So then, as we approach 130R, what kind of lap will Fury do? I didn't set the time. Oh, look, he's down! It says he's down. This could be a bad lap again for Fury. He exits the last corner. Over the grass. I think he's getting a bit desperate, but... Oh, look at that. He improves by a 10th and he moves up to 6th position, so slightly above Thomas. I believe Alec was the next one to cross the line, and he does. He improves by just under 2 tenths, but that keeps him in 2nd position. Who's next? That's really cool. 46, 49, 56. Thomas has not done a lap, so Thomas will be starting in 7th. Well, the highest will be a 7th anyway. He won't be getting any higher than that. He could slip down the order. Anyway, so Epic Shotgun should be the next one. He is down by half a second, so a horrible lap from Epic Shotgun. I wonder if he'll carry on or will he go into the pits? He carries on, but will he do anything? No. Horrible lap there. How about Legendary then? Legendary is apparently quarter of a second up, and he goes in 3rd of a 126.3. Last but not least, Rapier. What can Rapier do? Can he chop on the front? No. 6 seconds off, so obviously he's had an off somewhere. And that is that by the looks of it. Thomas down to 9th in the end. Fury and Thomas are 2 title contenders. Down in 8th and 9th. A poor qualifying for them. But, an Elite Risk went 2nd. I missed that right at the end there, but Pro Gamer looks like he's got pole. Let's see. If you remember Netherlands, he was having that great race, but twice he threw away that race. So, right, here we go then. Race, well, quarterfinal order, I should say. Pro Gamer, Pulver, 125.9. Only person in the 25s. Great lap from him. Elite Risky in second. Let's hope his connection can stay strong and give him a strong result. Alex is in third. We got Legendary up in fourth. Fitzy fifth. Rapier in sixth. Epic Shotgun in seventh. Fury Knights in eighth. Thomas, his title rival, in ninth. Got K Gorniak in 10th, Fitz 11th, Michelangelo we have 12th, Jake 13th, Finley 14th, RL Paul down in 15th, Potty Porter 16th, and Dan Cook 17th. 4 seconds off the pace. Right then, so while we wait for the race to start, let's do a quick rundown of the championship standings. So in the drivers, so we have a new championship leader. Thomas has been temporarily dethroned, as we have Fury Knights on 110 points. He is 7 points ahead of Thomas now, who is on 103. And joint second is Legendary, also on 103. So we've got 7 points separating the top 3 drivers. Fantastic. And then we've got Kate Gorniak in fourth, 89 points. See, do you know, a win for him, and that moves him right up again. And then we have a bit of a gap down to Addict, who's on 64 points. And then Epic, Mr. Epic Shotgun, after his win last race, has moved him up into 62 points. Constructors also very close. You've got Mercedes sitting there on 122 points. We've got McLaren second with 119. We've got Renault on 112. Alfa Romeo on 103. And AlphaTauri on 102. So I will leave you with that. We'll have a couple of minutes break, just while we wait for the guys. Let's see. I'll just leave it on the screen for now. Let's just see if we can find who will start on which time. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes once the race starts. Right, then it's 9 o'clock. Jake said we were going at 9 o'clock, and let's have a look. So, yeah, so far it looks like only Finley will be starting on the softs. Jake on the hards, very bold decision. I wonder if that will change once we get going. As you can see, Jake has readied up, so we're less than 30 seconds. The red lights will be out, and we will be racing here at Suzuka. Looking forward to this one. It should be some nice, tight, close racing at the top. Got 2 McLarens in the top 3 after Pro Gamer sticking it on pole. But yeah, hopefully we'll see Elite Risk. Hopefully his connection will stay valid. Right then. Here we go. 5 lights and we are... Go, go, go! Pro Gamer, good start from him. Looks like everyone's away well. Got a shuffle in the mid-pack. Alex has passed. Oh, and there's a Ferrari off in the background. Fitzy. Run wide. Fitzy, it's Epic Shotgun as well. He's run wide at the first corner. Bad luck for him. And it's Elite Risk as well. Oh no, I said to watch out for him. He's down there. Oh dear. So then, Pro Gamer keeps his lead. We've got Alex in second. Legendary close behind him. We've got and we see the race predictor, either a one-stop from soft to hard, or we could see a soft medium. Knowing these guys, I imagine we'll see a soft to hard. As it looks like Finley's had an incident because Elite Risk has got past him already. And Pro Gamer has already opened up a second on Alex. McLaren's running 1-2 at the moment. I don't think we've had a 1-2 so far in this series. In fact, I don't think we've even had a double podium for one constructor so far. So then, all the way, Fury Knights up into 6th, Thomas close behind him in 7th. As Epic Shotgun overtakes Jake. Oh, and that's a red ball off in the background. It's Michelangelo. He's caught out around the spoon curve and he's down to 5th place now as Fury Knights overtakes Fitz. Going into 130R. I wonder if Thomas will be able to do that. 1-0 to Fury, overtaking around 130R. Leading to turn 1. Let's watch behind him, shall we? As we see this train of cars going through the S's. You can see Fury starting to be a little bit of a gap, and you can see Thomas all over the back of Fitzy. Sometimes this is the best camera angle, especially at tracks like this when you've got going through these S's, and now the 2 fast right-handers. Great stuff. Right then, so at the front, Pro Gamer streaking away. He's almost got a 2-second lead already. Alex, I wonder what he does. But we've seen Pro Gamer a bit liable when it comes to strategy. So maybe we have to get him on the strategies. Either way, we've got Legendary up into 3rd, looking for another podium. It'll be 6th podium if he stays where he is. Still got 25 left to go, of course. Has already fallen the second behind Fury. And Fury is already all in the back of Rapier. Now, will Thomas, will he be able to overtake the 130R? No, he doesn't. He's also got Ken Goniak. Oh, behind him. He's okay for now. Fitzy, he's gone a little bit deep there. That'll open up for Thomas. Fitzy didn't turn 1, didn't he? He got very out of shape. That's allowed Thomas to go by, and the Gorniak has also gone past as well. Has he got damage? Can't really see from that corner angle. No, it looks like he's fine. But Fitzy is now down into 8th position. If we have a quick look. So, yeah, Fitzy down 3 positions. Thomas up 3 places. Fury, the big winner, he's past Rapier, so he's up into 4th position already. He's really making a move, isn't he? Yeah, you can see the top 10 is still where they were. Of course, Elite Risk has dropped down into 15th. Michelangelo, we saw he's made a pit already, so he'll probably have to make another stop. So he'll be hoping for a safety car. Finley down there, I didn't see him make a pit, but did Did he do a pit? He did. He pitted as well. Right then. So, Pro Gamer. He's consolidated that 2-second lead. Alex seems to have warmed up his tyres. And that'll be good news. Fans that want to see the race for the lead warm up. Legendary. You can see Fury out now. He will have the DRS. But I think he's a bit too far behind. And Pro Gamer is far at the back of the race. Thomas is second, just over, he's 2 seconds behind Rapier now. So the field's starting to spread out a little bit. As Paul, he goes past Jake, runs wide. Jake on those hard tyres, going side by side. And Paul gets that place before they go into the S's. Sensible driver from Jake. Of course, those hard tyres will take a long time to warm up, but they will be better in the long run because it means he will be able to switch onto those softs for this final stint. The guys in the mediums, you would think would be going medium soft or medium soft medium, but being as a league race, they might even stretch it and do a one stop and do hoping for a safety car, stretch it and do a one stop. Right, back up at the front, Pro Gamer. He's now extended his lead up to 2.2 seconds. The empty flow at the front. Legendary has closed the gap to under a second now. So it looks like Alex, the pace of Pro Gamer plus the possibly a small mistake from Alex has let Legendary back into. He's definitely on the back of him now. He'll be getting that slipstream as we go through 130R, and then he'll be getting that DRS as he goes. Oh, actually, look at that. That's almost up to a second. I'm not sure where the detection zone is. But, if it's there, then he'll be getting a DRS. Maybe I have to close that a little bit more. As Fury Knights. Thomas still sitting up behind Rapier. So, looks like the field is starting to spread out a little bit. Elite Risk is now, he's gone for the move on Dan Cook, round the final chicane in the triangle. Well, they're bumping wheels, and Elite Risk Ghosts. I'm not too sure if this is real racing or if this is the AI, but and Dan Cook, I don't know what's going on there. Is that lag? Is that, I don't know what's happening there. We'll have to, it looked like they were bumping wheels, but it could have been lag. Hopefully it's lag, because look at that, because yeah, I think unfortunately it looks like Elite doesn't like, its connection doesn't look like it's fantastic, unfortunately. Anyway, back at the front, Legendary has now got the gap to under half a second. He's right on the tail of Addict. I wonder if he'll be able to get a bit on the grass there for Addict. I wonder if he'll be able to get that slipstream. No penalties yet. Everyone's keeping it clean so far. I actually managed to pull out a little bit. So Legendary will have the DRS. We'll see if that will make a difference. He's only half a second behind. Let's see how much of a difference DRS makes. Half a second. DRS. You can see that he's too far behind. You've got to be very close to be able to make use of DRS. He's closed up by about 2 tenths. Unfortunately, it's just not enough around here. Alex, of course, will be looking after his tyre. He's going to be looking at one stop. Pro Gamer, again, it's anybody's guess what he might do as a strategy. Hopefully, he'll make a 2-stop and will make the race interesting. As Fury Knights is now only half a second behind Legendary as well. Thomas still struggling to pace a little bit. He's still a second and a half behind Rapier. He's not making any inroads at all. So it doesn't look like Thomas is going to win. It looks like his Baron run will be 5 races without a win. And of course, Fury Knights is ahead of him, so Fury Knights will be extending that championship lead. Of course, we are only on lap 6 out of 27, so a long way to go. There's no real battles down the field at the moment. Everyone keeping pretty much second half behind everyone. Paul is first of the soft runs in 10th position. He is just over 4.5 seconds behind Epic Shotgun. Pro Gamer has his lead very smooth up front. He's got this race under control by those things, but only takes one car to put it in the wall, and everything might change strategy-wise and race conditions. So then, Alex, Legendary's a lot closer this time. will he be able to do anything? As we see our first spin, the first one to get. They're going to go side by side into the first corner, and that's an easy move. Well done by Legendary. Nice, clean, easy move there. Easily done. See, we saw last lap that he was half a second behind, and he couldn't get him. But this time, he was 3/10 behind, and he got him. So it looks like 3/10 is the magic number. You need to be behind the car, unless you've got a lot of overspeed. As Fury Knights now closes on Alex. Alex possibly looking after those tyres, but Fury Knights will be wanting that podium after last week's disappointment in Spain, in Belgium, I should say. I think got a yellow flag. That is probably Elite risks. He might retire in the pits of his. Yeah, there you go. Look, so unfortunately, his first champ of the day. Unfortunately, in the pits, I think his for whatever reason his connection just doesn't like the game. Yeah, a bit of a shame, really, because he qualified in a really strong position, second position, isn't it? So shame for Elite Risk. As you can see, Legendary has actually now closed the gap to 2.4 seconds. So we could have a race in our hands here. Alex has kept within a second, so he will get that DRS, and of course Fury Knight behind him will get DRS. So Legendary could be pulling these cars, as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. Can't see any cars on the track. Oh, is it Elite Risk's AI coming back out on the field? Either way, and Gordiak has gone into the pits. Is that an early stop, or has he got a damage? No, early stop, so going for the undercut by the looks of things. That looks like a two-stop strategy as well, which is good. We want to see two stops, don't we? Right then. Rapia, he's fallen 1.7 behind, so he's looking comfortable in that fifth position. Thomas again on his own there, another 1.7 behind Rapia. Epic Shotgun has fallen over 4 seconds behind. Michelangelo, second person of the day to get a penalty. As we just ride on board this little battle, shall we? We've got Fitzy, half a second behind Epic Shotgun. Both guys on the soft tyres. Both guys have done 7 laps, so the wear will be pretty even. So at the front, 2.6 seconds. Alex still within that DRS, so he will be. I guess he doesn't really mind then if he's doing faster lap times behind Legendary. As Dan Cook gets a 3-second penalty. Look at that, the bottom 3 got. Oh, Fury Knights locks that guy into the hairpin, into the chicane, I should say. Sorry. And this could be Fury Knights' opportunity. It looks like he's got too much wheel spin there, coming out of that final chicane. So unfortunately he didn't have a spell at Alex. But Alex going along nicely now. Obviously Legendary's got past him, but he's been able to keep it at DRS. Hopefully Legendary can make its inroads into Pro Gamer, and then we might have a 4-way fight as we see Fitzy in the Ferrari pits. Second pit stop, the second scheduled pit stop of the day, I should say. And he has gone on to the mediums. So the mediums do, he's done 8 laps on softs. Can he do, what, 90? Oh, he comes out side by side with Gordiak. And Fitz. Oh, Fitzy unlucky. He's getting a bit too greedy too early on those cold tyres. As Michelangelo, what are you doing, Mr. Camera Angle? Oh, right on the outside, and Dan Cook keeps the position. Michelangelo looking very racy there. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It's these two, so nothing to report. I think Co-Masters are playing silly buggers again. Gap now 3 seconds to Legendary, so I'm not so sure who's making mistakes or who's having good laps. It's 1 minute, it's 2.5 seconds, and next second it's 3 seconds. Now it's 3.2. And Alex now, less than half a second. I wonder if he'll be able to get a run on Legendary. No, as you can see there, the pit window is open, officially open for these guys if they want to do a 2-stop. But you imagine that these guys will be probably thinking they all want to do a 1-stop. No one's going to want to pit first. As you see, Epic Shotgun pit from 7th position. He goes on to the mediums, so he will, I don't know, 9 laps on the softs. Can they then do, what, 18 on the mediums? It's possible. We'll see. As Pagoniak will come round. Will he get Epic Shotgun? Oh, look at that. Oh, very tight cut after twice in 2 laps. Pagoniak has undercut someone coming out the pits. Very close racing. Well done, you two. Great to see. And Paul is now 11 seconds behind. He's 11 seconds. So, of course, when these front runners pit, Paul will inherit the race lead. And, of course, if Paul does the one stop, then these guys will have to overtake him on track if they're planning on the 2 stop. As Pro Gamer has probably sensed that, and he's now got the gap up to 3.7 seconds. So, Alex still in that DRS zone. He's in the 3/10 range, so this could be the... We said earlier about the magic number. 5 tenths. Oh, Alex goes into the pits. He's the first one. He's the first of that leading pack to pit. What will he do? Will he go on to hards or will he go on to mediums? Let's see what he does. He is mediums. So a driver like Addict, you know he's going to be thinking that one stop. As Thomas pits for a fresh set of rubbers, he is also on the mediums. So we could see 2 drivers going to the end here as Paul promotes himself up into 5th position. Good drive so far from Paul. We saw Thomas has that behind Podgy Potter. Michelangelo has actually got Dan Cook. We missed that pass, but he's got past him. He's 4 seconds out of him now. As Pro Gamer has his lead to almost 4 seconds now. So the top 4 still yet to pit. Pro Gamer looking to get one more flying lap out of these softs before he might even try and go another couple of laps. You know, he's got that gap. He's got that lead. It's 4 seconds now. If he can make these softs go another couple of laps, he could easily go into the mediums and be in the best position for tyre wear wise. As we see Thomas down the order, getting past Podgy Porter. Thomas, is that it? Got us the pace today, Thomas. This way, the way it's going, he's going to be losing ground to Fury and Legendary in the championship. We've got Jake up in the 7th position. I haven't mentioned him yet today, since the start. He's on 10 old hard tyres now, so I imagine he'll probably go to lap 19, lap 20 on those hards, and then he'll do a nice stint on those softs near the end. He's currently chasing down Fitz, who has spent 10 laps. And then we go, we've got Rapio, we've got Fury Knights, Legendary, all in the pits. Pro Gamer has stayed out. Elevates Paul up into 2nd. Jacob the 4th. And Addict the undercut has worked for him. So Addict back out ahead of Legendary. Oh, interesting stuff. So we'll see what kind of gap Pro Gamer will have. How many seconds will Addict get into it? But he's now coming to traffic. He's coming up to Jake. Of course, some old hard tyres, so see how quick. That's a yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Dan Cook and Finley? Oh, and it looks like they've had to come together. Dan Cook hasn't got a wing. Finley carries on. Doesn't look like he's got any damage. And Dan Cook also gets a 5-second speed penalty. Speeding in the pits. So Pro Gamer still out there. He's got a 23-second lead on Paul. Of course, hasn't pitted yet. And Jake is holding. You can probably tell Jake is holding up Alec now. So Pro Gamer, will he come in? He does, and I'm pretty sure he'll be able to come out in the lead. I think if Alec wanted to make any inroads into the undercut, then you did want to get stuck behind Jake. But you can see he's still stuck behind him, and Jake isn't going into those pits anytime soon either. As there was a VSC. I don't remember seeing a VSC, but either way, oh no, Paul's going to the pits. He's got a drive-through penalty for speeding in the first shift, and now he's got an extra 5 seconds for speeding in the pits. Well, when it rains, it pours, eh, Paul? Unlucky for him, he was having such a good race. On for a good points haul, but not to be, unfortunately, today. As Alex has got past Jake, and Jake will now be the one holding up Legendary. Legendary will want to dispatch him as quick as possible. And Pro Gamer came out with a 4.5 second lead on Fitz, which means he's got a 5.5 second lead on Alex. So yeah, that time Alex spent behind Jake has been very costly. Either way though, once Fitz pits, then we'll have a McLaren 1-2 back in our hands. And I tell you what, and Jake is now falling down to 6th. That little Legendary is falling in the second half behind Alex now. So Jake on those hards caused a bit of hassle for the front runners as Thomas is next in line, and Thomas is actually it's an inroads. So the undercut has also worked for Thomas. So hopefully that'll get Thomas's tail up, and he'll be able to the face as he approaches Jake. As they go side by side now, looks like Jake. I don't think he lifted, but I think Jake knows he's not racing Thomas today, so he just lets him go without too much of a fight. Sensible driving there, when you're not racing the car ahead, there's no point going through all the time, is there? Thomas is now 1.7 behind Finn. He's jumped Rapier, who's looks like he's had a terrible time. But as I say that, he's got on his lap of the race, which I believe is about 2 seconds faster than Thomas's set a couple of seconds earlier. Alex now only 2 tenths behind Fitz. Fitz yet to stop, of course. He'll be going long, so he can do that final stint on the softs. You can see, right on board with Alex, you can see how much he's holding them up. As he goes through the what they call the Degner curve. And now onto hairpin. So you can see how close he gets to that rear end. And Fitz with another 3-second penalty for multiple warning. I say I didn't clock that when I was watching him, but the game obviously knows better than I do. As you can see, this little train forming now with Fitz and Alex and Legendary and Fury. Thomas not really making that much of a noise, but here we go then. They're going to go side by side through 130R. Fitz sensibly backs out, lets the faster car go. What can Legendary do now? Because obviously now Fitz will have that DRS. As Fury goes for a move into the chicane. And now it's going to be side by side action as they go into turn 1. They both should have DRS. They do, and it's side by side. And Fitz got back past Alex because the DRS and Fury takes a position off Legendary. So Fury up into a net third position. And Alex falls back behind Fitz. He was so frustrated with that. He got past Fitz going into 130R, and then Fitz just stayed behind him and got back past him using the power of the DRS. So now Alex now has to spend another lap, and you can see there, look, Pro Gamer. Oh, little nudge there. And we've got a car off, it's Pesci Porter. He's gone off around the S's. Not the first, and you won't be the last. And Furious got past Alex. And Alex got down to 5th now. He's tumbling down the order. What's happened there? I hope there's no shenanigans with teammates there, team orders. But now, we'll likely see Fitz move out the way for Fury. Team orders probably going on here at Enstone. Fury easily dispatches of Fitz, and I doubt we'll see Fitz try and move past. It's so bunched up. Ooh, so tight. Can't do anything. Look, he's too far behind. And now Legendary will come. Go side by side. Can they go side by side and turn on? Can they shoot the beam? They've got to watch out for Fitz's ball. Oh, no! Great races from these two. They're getting the I can't remember what it was. They're not getting the cut. But great racing from these two. Great tight races. Fury now will down look to drop. Fury now 9.7 behind Pro Gamer. They lost so much time behind Fitz. Pro Gamer's loving it. You can just control this race in the front, not make any mistakes, and the win's in the bag for him. And Fitz now. How much longer will he hold Alex up? This is Alex. This is so tyres are going to get the fuel, which means he hasn't got a lot of fuel to play with by the looks of it. I think maybe he underfueled because he expected a safety car. So he won't be able to be using that rich mix very often. As you can see, he is now 8 tenths behind Fitz. So I wonder, it doesn't look like he's got any damage, but I wonder if he's got any slight damage or he's been put off slightly. As you can see, Thomas has closed right up as well now. And he has brought Rapier with him. So we've got this nice train from 3rd down to 6th. Let's see if Alex can do anything about Fitz. His tyres 15 laps old now. Actually, they're 16 laps old. The game's wrong. So now they're 17 laps old as we start lap 18. Can Alex get anything done? Can he get the move done into turn 1? Goes up the inside, not a lot of room there, Alex. As they go round the first corner, right from these two. So Alex is now through. He's got a second and a half up front. Obviously, yellow flag in sector 1. Looks like an AlphaTauri. Yep, an AlphaTauri that will likely be Dan Cook going off the track again. Fitz, he's got Legendary behind him now. Let's see how patient Legendary will be. If he won't want to get dropped, he won't want to get past as soon as possible. Oh, that bloody gear glitch. They're never going to fix it, are they? Right then. Let's look behind from Fitz, shall we? This way we haven't got the gear glitch. Fiora Knight's now 10th seconds behind Pro Gamer, so not the best start. Trying to close that gap. Gear. Ooh, there. Ooh, a little twitch from Legendary you saw from behind. Ooh, and a bit of a bit of a slip there, and that lets Legendary through. That was a bit odd, as Rapier and Thomas go through side by side for 130 yard, but Rapier's got past Thomas. So he's made up for that pit stop, and he was undercut by Thomas. And now, as Fitz pits, so he is out the way for these leaders now. I imagine Fitz will be putting on the softs. So now we've got a straight shootout for these top 6, top 7 if Epic can get a move on. See if he can join the party at the front. Fitz will now be very fast on those softs. I wonder if we'll be able to get the fastest lap. The gap has now stayed at, well, the gap stayed at about 10.7 seconds. Let's give Pro Gamer a bit of TV time, shall we? It's been very good today, Pro Gamer. A bit of foot long so far. Great qualifying lap, only person in the 25s, and now just controlling this race to the end, unless he makes another stop. In a way, I'm hoping he does stop. It'll force everyone else to maybe rethink their strategies and go for a one stop, and then we might see Pro Gamer come through the field. But you never know. I imagine right now, of course, Pro Gamer went long in the softs, so I don't think we'll see him pit again anymore. So it's up to Fury now to close that gap. He'll be feeling a bit of injustice after being blocked in qualifying. He's now got a 2.5 second lead over Legendary. Over Addict. He's got Legendary right under him. And Rapier is there as well. As Rapier goes for a move, but he thinks against it. Thankfully, let's see what Legendary can do coming out the final corner. Oh, a lot of wheel spin by the sounds of it. Oh, big gear glitch. Oh, wrong one. As Thomas gets past Rapier, Legendary, he thinks about it, but he pulls out. And that is Thomas up into 5th place now. He's got that. He's got past me as Jake pits now from 9th. He will now put those softs on until the end. I wonder if he'll be able to get into the points. Well then, just like that, the gap is... Oh, it's a virtual safety car. So something's... Oh, Dan Cook's retired. I missed that. But either way, we have a VSC. Hopefully not everyone will be sensible and not speed under the VSC. Let's see how much time they can want to lose, because that gap's already gone up by a second, I think. What we need is a real safety car, please, not a virtual safety car. That's Podgy Porter, drive through, still under the VSC. And we are go with the green light. So down to the gap is as it was, 7.7. So it was 10.7. So lost out by a second there by the looks of it. Legendary straight back onto the back of Alex. And Thomas will want to join this battle now. He's slowly making his way back up the field, isn't he? He's going to want a better position than fifth. Right, is Legendary any closer this time? Alex moves to defend the inside line. Legendary's going to have to go around the outside if he wants this, and he does! He gets a move done before we're going into turn 1. A lot of overspeed there for Legendary then. So Alex down into 4th position. As Fitzy gets a 5-second. He's going to the pits again, did he? Yes, he's got off. What? Did he just say? Oh, it's the Ferrari, sorry. I always get confused actually. Fitz and Fitzy. Anyway, Fitz up into 8th position. Let's have a look at the winners and losers so far, shall we? So far, Fury Knights is the big winner so far. He's gone up 6 places. The big loser, Fitzy, down in 11th position. He's lost 6 places today. Rapier and Shotgun they actually are where they started. So, yeah, it's not very often you see that, but there we are. Alec down 1 place, 3rd place in the grid. You got Thomas up 4 places. Fury, so we got Fury looking for a strong contender for driver of the day so far. But in a way, I'm half tempted. I mean, obviously, we're nowhere near the end of the race yet, but the way Pro Gamer is, it's hard. It's all like he's had such a good race. It's hard to look past someone like him for driver of the day. It's boring, I know. But we've still got, what, 7 laps left. So we've still got 7 laps for things to change. Legendary. So let's see if Alex can do what he did before in the first stint. So Legendary, you can see Legendary's got that little bit more pace than Alex. But Alex was very smart and was able to keep within that DRS zone of Legendary. And he was able to pull himself forward. But now, Alex is under attack from Thomas. These two battle it out in RL, and they also battle it out here at 7GR. As Jake sets the fastest lap at 29.1. And he's 10th, so that'll give him an extra point if he keeps it. Thomas with Rapier right behind him. Any one of these 4 drivers make a mistake and they'll be pounced upon. There's no room for error right now. As Addict has now fallen out of the 1 second zone. So then, that'll free up Legendary to keep that 3rd place. Again, as I said earlier, he's now on for his 6th podium of the season. It'll be 6 in 9, so a very good return. Best of the league so far. Will Addict be able to keep Thomas behind him? Thomas 7 tenths behind, so he's not quite in the magic number. However, Rapier is 3 tenths behind him, but then of course, Thomas does have the advantage of DRS. And you can see. Oh, did he get DRS? He does. Alec, the sly little fox, managed to get back within that 1 second to keep Thomas at bay. So this looks like this is the battle to watch towards the end of the race. We've got Legendary up into 3rd. We've got Alec in 4th. Thomas in 5th and Rapier in 6th. These 4 we're going out into the end of the race. You imagine Legendary will want to pull away from Addict, and then we'll have this 3-car race. How are we doing? So Michelangelo not having a better race. Obviously, he had to pit very early on, which of course ruined his race. RL Paul, of course, had the misfortune of getting that. It's just Michelangelo. That's the fastest lap of the race. Paul had the misfortune of getting that drive-through under the VSC, which cost him very dearly. Podgy Paul's, unfortunately, he's been nowhere today. He's back in the pits. Is that a drive-through? Yeah, I think it's a drive-through. And Finley will now overtake him with a wooden spoon, finishing last in the race. I know, Pro Gamer, still Fury unable to see that. If you look at Fury, he's 2.5 tenths up, but he's still unable to bring that gap down. As Rapier has got past Addict, and has there been an incident there? It looks like it has, because it looks like Rappier's let Thomas back through. Unfortunately we missed that, but that has now left Thomas 3.5 seconds behind Alex. So then, as I said, one mistake can cost these guys. And it looks like these two have had to come together at that last chicane. And they've now dropped, 3 seconds behind Alex now. Which could let Epic Shotgun into the party. We'll see if he can keep up pace with these two. He was very good last week. He kept it very consistent, he kept it clean. And of course he won the race to everyone's surprise. And that's Fitzy as DNF'd from 11th position. He is retired. Is that in the pits he's retired? Odd. Yeah, I think he's retired in the pits. So I'm not too sure why. But either way, we now have got Fitzy is now our third DNF of the race as Pro Gamer comes up to lap Podgy Porter. And this will give Pro Gamer the DRS, so you'll be able to go even faster. But then Alex, he's still managed to keep that gap under a second, so he's got DRS. Obviously he won't be able to overtake, but it's vital for Alex if he wants to get the fourth place. But, we haven't seen many penalties at the front, which is a good thing, because usually you see quite a few penalties around here. It's good to see the top 7 without penalties, very good to see. Okay, Gorniak now all over the back of Fitz. Will he be able to make anything work? He's got a lot less ERS, I should say, so I think Fitz will be able to keep that position. Yeah, you can see not making much inroads, unfortunately. Jake in 10th position, and a nice little afternoon session all to himself. He's got an almost 19-second gap on Michelangelo now. So, safe to say that point is safe, unless he makes a mistake, which very easy to do, as we've seen a lot around here today. As Alex now closes within 7/10, so I wonder if Legendary is feeling any tyre wear. Having said that, Alex tyres are a lap older. So, and Thomas now 4 seconds behind Alex. So it looks like it doesn't look like he's got damage, but maybe his confidence has been shot. But either way, it looks like Epic Shotgun is just about keeping on their tail. Rappier now only half a second behind Thomas. Let's see, will he be able to pull this? Ooh, so he's going into a bit too deep there. Thomas is going to pull away here. He'll get a bit more back from DRS, but look, he made that little mistake. Yeah, lost a lot of time there. Legendary gap 3 seconds to Fury. The Fury still can't seem to do anything about Pro Gamer, unfortunately. So right now the only battle really on the track is obviously you've got Alex and Legendary, and you've got Ken Gorniak. Closing in on Fitz. Going into turn 1. Oh, bit of argy-bargy. Oh, and that's so unfortunate. They bang wheels and Ken Gorniak gets sent round. Not too sure there was much either two driver could do. But now Ken Gorniak's got Jake over the back of him. But unfortunate. I'm sure those two will have a different view, but on the streams view it looked like there was a bit of a banging wheels. So then, it's changed now. So now we've got Alex behind Legendary, and now the next battle on the track is Ken Gorniak ahead of Jake. I wonder if Ken Gorniak will be able to pull out a little gap. Will he be able to catch Fit? He's 6 seconds behind, about 3 laps to go. So I think, unfortunately, that little battle is settled. Alex will want to keep close behind because he's a lot closer behind. Look at that. One of Legendary's, I don't think he's made a mistake, he's still 3 seconds behind. But neither driver has got much ERS, so it's going to be done here on pace. Alex, he closes, but not this time. Alex probably hoping that Legendary will get a penalty. Which penalties could still come into play, of course. Fitz, of course, in 8th place. Has he got many penalties? He has 6 seconds, actually. So that battle isn't over because Ken Gorniak currently 5.5 seconds behind. he will get 8th. And if Jake can stick behind Woniak and he can get under 6 seconds, he'll be up into 9th. And Fitz will drop down to 10th position. Unfortunately, 4 cars outside the top 10 aren't really making much inroads to each other. I think they're pretty much settled of where they are. Still within that 5.5 seconds. He's got half second to play with. As Alex is now, he's dropped down to 8/10 behind. So he's falling a little bit behind, using it all with the DRS. Tell you what, these drivers don't have to keep together. But of course, I suppose you've got to burn it, otherwise you don't use it, you lose it, so to speak. So, logically, once again, covering that inside line, and he'll just move right over for making sure Alec doesn't get that slipstream, the toe, as well as the effective DRS. So we are into the final lap here. As a Pro Gamer, very, as I've said quite a few times already, very straightforward race for him today. He's led from the front, he's kept it clean, no penalties, pole position. Not the he hasn't got the fastest lap, so he can't get the clean sweep. But nevertheless, great drive from Pro Gamer today. I haven't seen a lot of him because obviously he hasn't been in any car battles. He pulled out a lead very early on, which then obviously got stretched out once the pit stops happened, and obviously the other leaders got caught up behind Fitz. And this will be Pro Gamer. Of course, he is one of the victors so far this season. So this will be Pro Gamer's second win of the season, moving him level with Thomas and Fury Knights. So then, Pro Gamer, he exits the last corner, does the chicane for the final time, and Pro Gamer will cross the line to win the Suzuka Grand Prix. Well done to you, Mr. Pro Gamer. Fury Knights, a good recovery drive. A good drive from him after qualifying lower than he wanted to. Great second place for him. Legendary will cross the line in 3rd place, just over half a second ahead of Alex in 4th. Thomas will cross the line in 5th. Rapier will cross the line in 6th. Epic Shotgun cross the line in 7th. Now Fitz and Jake has fallen 2.5 seconds behind, so he's made a mistake. So it looks like Fitz will cross the line in 8th. As I say that, he what's going on here? Has he run out of fuel? Did he run out of fuel? Because he's gone very slow, and yes, Fitz has dropped down to 10th position. Did he run out of fuel there? Because that was very odd. He's gone very slow. Michelangelo, the first person to finish outside the top 10. And Paul. 11 seconds behind him. Wheels in the grass. Why not? So then, not the most eventful race, but we've seen a lot of clean driving tonight. A lot better than it was last week. If you didn't watch last week's Spa, please go do it. It's on YouTube. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Because we all love that. So then, victory for Pro Gamer. Very good drive from him today. Well done, sir. And the champagne! Well done. Well deserved there. Good. Race rundown. God, I'm yawning. Look at that. Pro Gamer was half a tenth off getting the fastest lap as well. Well then. So, victory for Pro Gamer, number 2 of the season for him. Fury Knights up from 8th in the grid. Good result for him. Some lots of overtaken on the track. Well done to you, Mr. Fury Knights, extending his lead in the championship. Over over Legendary, who finishes 3rd, up from 4th position. Alec finishing 4th. A valiant drive from him. Thomas in 5th. Another, I won't say an off day from him, but he was certainly wasn't at his best. Rapier started 6th, finished 6th. Same with Epic Shotgun. Started 7th, 27th. Okay, Gorniak finished 8th. Got Jake in the points. He gets us 2 points. In 9th, Fitz just gets the 1 point. The 1 point, I should say. Michelangelo with the fastest lap in 11th, so no one will get that point. Paul in 12th position. Finley in 13th. Podgy Potter 14th. And that was the list of the Class 5 runners. Well then, thank you all for watching. We will return on Wednesday for Tier 2. Let me just have a quick look while I'm here, just to check what the track is. I believe it's France. It is France. So yes, please join us 8:30 on Wednesday for Tier 2 for the circuit Paul Ricard. I believe, if all goes well, it should be Fury Nights in the comms box. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed already,